Now, the homes of members of Abahlali baseMjondolo have been destroyed following social unrest and volatility in KwaZulu Natal. The movement says an entire settlement has been burnt to ashes and that the government has failed to assist. Hundreds of families are left outside in the cold with no food or resources. Abahlali has also expressed concern about the country's instability levels and that a lack of leadership in South Africa was breeding criminality. It also bemoaned a lack of leadership on the ground in response to the looting crisis. Spokesperson of Abahlali baseMjondolo, Mqapheli Bonono, joins us to give us a picture of what is happening on the ground. Mr. Bonono, good morning. Good to speak to you. Now, we understand that many of your members have lost their homes. What is the situation on the ground? I suspect you may be muted, Mr. Bonono. Can't quite hear you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Now, good day to Newzroom Afrika and all the viewers. You are speaking currently now the situation where our community in Bryden, in Bemoaned, a lot of people, that plus minus 300 people that have been left homeless, and the whole entire informal settlement has been burnt to ashes. And situation is terrible right now, but we are being a little bit assisted with the community members, whoever that, and the Muslim communities that are coming on board right now just to assist and there, and we have managed to get a tent as well where we can, right now to put the people in the ground. But what is shocking us is that the councillor of the area, he hasn't been put his feet, of which is a very same thing that when we express our statement that we have a very big concern about the leadership of this country, that they don't care about the people and they don't care about the communities of this country. While I'm speaking right now, people, they have lost their clothing, small children, they've lost the school uniform, they don't have diapers, and no food at all. We are trying whatever that we can now to try to make a communal kitchen where we can be able to cook and try to give food whoever that has been living there in the tent. But unfortunately, that too, it's working so hard because the riot that has taken place in the city, it's very hard even to get food.
Are you familiar with what caused the torching of the shacks? Did it have anything to do with race relations or racial tension that we are picking up on?
Right now we are sitting with no idea, but what I can tell is that the community, they've sat for 2 days without the electricity, and then some people, they were forced to make the fire outside to cook. But right now no one has come up in front and say what exactly we can say what was the cause of the fire, but we assume that maybe there's a fire that it was left unattended, and then that was caused the fire from the settlement. But what we have experienced is that when even the fire started, when we gave calls to disaster management, no one appeared in the place to come and assist. Yes, we understand the vehicles, they were all out there, the city was burning, the country, the whole KwaZulu was burning, but we were still being left with no assistance.
Now, you may have picked up that the president, in his address to the nation yesterday, said SASSA offices will be opened on Monday, and they have been instructed to start giving grants and obviously to certainly assist with some money and food parcels to individuals in need. Will you be, as an establishment, be engaging SASSA to obviously deal with those 300 families?
We hoping that the statement from the president, it can also encourage the municipalities to engage the civic organizations that are working with the people in the ground, because it might happen, they might release those food parcels, but at the end of the day, those parcels might not reach where the people are really being affected. We know it's been the corruption in this country, and we know when these things are happening, there's a lot of opportunities, people that they take it and grab it and go feed their families. But we are thinking to eThekwini municipality to come on board the disaster management. We have a department here in eThekwini municipality. Let them come on board. There's a leaders there on the ground. Speak to them and see how can we run the process to make sure that whatever that is being provided, it gets to the people that are really affected. So the president's statement, we know that the president is working so hard to clean up the mess that has been happening in the country. But we hope that those food reliefs, when they come, they can really be in touch with the organization that they really work on the ground, people that they know exactly the people that have been affected.
Now, hope may not be enough, Mr. Bonono, obviously, because you've mentioned that in the past where food parcels are meant to go to recipients, they do not get there. Will you make a physical plan to ensure that your members, particularly these 300 families that are desperate, are recipients of the parcels?
Yes, definitely sure. If it comes to the hands of the leadership of Abahlali, they always amaze. We have seen last year when the pandemic started, Abahlali, they distributed, food parcel across the country. We have managed to feed more than 10,000 families. They were really in need. Without getting those from the government, Abahlali from their own membership money, and then they managed to donate those food. And those food, it was gone direct to the members of Abahlali. That is why we're saying even now, I can 100% to ensure the people that if those reliefs can get to the leaders of Abahlali, it will definitely sure to go to the affected people.
Now, before I let you go, my final question is around COVID-19 vaccination. Are you encouraging your members to get vaccinated? Are they registering? Have they been vaccinated?
Oh, yes. We encouraging the people to go and vaccine. Although the people of informal settlement, that this is something that is far away from them, because these are people that are living in informal settlement. They don't have an access to internet. They don't have an access to smartphones. But we hear now that you can register even if you don't have the data via WhatsApp and all that. But how the government does that if they don't come to the civil organization, because people even don't know that they have to register. There's some training that people have to get. Then people that they can walk direct in the ground to assist people how to register. But we are encouraging the people to register because this is enough. We have lost a lot of life in the country, but we have to make sure that everyone is being secured by the vaccine. But we were still worried as a Sheikh Dwellers people that we are always that being the last, but at least now we are hearing that from 40 to 25 people they can start registering. But we think it's still going to...
Mr. Bonono, we're going to have to call time on our conversation. Appreciate your time this morning and certainly wish safety to your membership. Spokesperson of Abahlali, baseMjondolo, Mqapheli Bonono.